the weekend, Ghana at 65. So many issues here in the state of Ohio. So many issues. You know, Columbus. Shatta Wale was here. Medical was here, and it was all about the deeper than blood American tour. Something significant happened on that day, and it's got to do with Shatta Wale, you know, calling Papa Sly on stage. Papa Sly on stage, and he showed appreciation to this man. Why has this thing become a talking point, especially in Columbus and in some parts of Ghana? It's become because Shatta Wale initially, from the beginning of his days, you know, when he started gaining popularity, he claimed that nobody helped him. Nobody gave him a platform for him to showcase or for him to, you know, get to where he is. But for him to do this, it means that he still acknowledges certain people that play some key roles, and one of them is Papa Sly. That's why we invite Papa Sly. We want to talk about this particular issue so that he tells us what exactly transpired. Papa, once again, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for giving me the platform, and thanks for your viewers and those watching us listen to us now.
Okay, so Papa, let's zoom straight to the issues. A lot of people have accused Shatta Wale of being ungrateful.
Really?
You know, not appreciating those who helped him. He has always said he did it himself. He put everything, you know, together himself and all that. And for him to demonstrate that you are one of the people that gave him a platform when he was absolutely nobody. Nobody knew him. And from sources, I'm told this thing happened even before Bandana from Ghana even became a hit. Tell us, what is the story behind the Papa Sly Shatta Wale relationship?
I like what you just said, that Shatta Wale recognized me when he was nobody. I gave him the stage. And let me set this record straight. This thing happened way back in 1996.
1996. Wow.
I used to organize events and stuff. You know, those days we call it JSS jams and after jam and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm one person, when I see a talent, I acknowledge the talent in that person. And I always give people the platform. I've given platform to a lot of musicians. But it's really unfortunate. You remember one time you came to interview me on radio.
Yeah.
I've told you there are a lot of people that have paved way for them, but they don't remember. Thank God, Shatta Wale was one of them. He came to Columbus. I went to the show. He saw me and he was like, I was even shocked that to the extent that this guy was so much overwhelmed to see me, and to the point that when he got on the stage in the middle of his performance, he stopped and says, one man that when I was nobody, he gave me the platform. He recognized that I gave him the platform, and I trusted in him. He's going to be there one day, and today he's there. So if he has made that utterances that nobody has helped me to become who I am, he will be the best person to explain that statement. But I recognize him, gave him the platform, and believed in him that he is going to get there one day. So he recognized that when he was nobody, Papa Sly, I gave him the platform to become who he is today. Look, I've given so many artists the platform before they even became who they are. And I'll give you one example. Sarkodie. Right? Before Sarkodie became Sarkodie, there was a Malta Guinness program in Labadi Beach, We organized a dancing competition and a rap. Sarkodie mounted the stage. After the rap competition, he saw me say, "Oh, Papa Sly, I can also do something." I said, "Okay, come on stage." Sarkodie mounted the stage, and today I'm saying this. If Sarkodie is going to watch, I know fans of Sarkodie are going to watch this. I gave Sarkodie the microphone. He came on stage, did a flow, and people started throwing sand on him. My Nima, Mamubi, and Shama boys start throwing sand on him. Hey, away, away, they were awaying you. I brought the guy back again. I said, "Look, watch out for this guy. He's going to be a top star one day. Today you are weighing him. The time will come." And that day, Sarkodie, I remember the statement he made. Says, "Papa Sly, and then the Ometwan had a and he has that lyrics in his rap, one of his music.
Yeah.
And then the Omo away and I've given a lot of musicians the platform to perform when they were nobody. So with Shatta Wale, I wasn't surprised. He saw me, he recognized me as somebody who gave him the platform when he was nobody. And hey, to God be the glory. I did what I'm supposed to do. When I'm one person, when I see a talent in you, I always acknowledge you, give you the platform to boom it up. So that's what happened.
So, Papa, tell us, if I ask you to describe Charles Nyama Mensah in your own terms, from how you used to know him till today, transforming from Bandana, becoming Shatta Wale, how would you describe him?
You see, Shatta is a business. He has grown to understand the showbiz. If you've not come one-on-one in contact with him, you might think he's arrogant, but he's not. A lot of people chastise him, lambast him, blackmail him, call him a whole lot of names. They think, oh, he's arrogant. He's Shatta there, as a gamma, of course, anyone who speaks his mind is seen as arrogant. But when you are closer to Shatta Wale, trust me, you will love him to death.
Yeah.
Respect. He's a very respectful guy. I call him boy because I'm older than him, so forgive me. He's a very respectful guy, down to earth. The issue is, if you respect Shatta Wale, he will respect you back. But if you look down to him, my brother, that's one thing people don't connect with Shatta Wale. Now, there's a saying that he that is down does not fear no fall. I told him this thing the day I met him on a show. After the show, I said, "Shatta, he that is down does not fear no fall." He even typed it on his Twitter or something. Because the guy has been there before. Due to somebody trying, I don't want to dive into it because it's been years. The reason why he went on Ezra for 10 years, because those days we pay payola to radio presenters to play your music. And he gave payola to somebody, the person didn't do his work. So he felt he's being cheated. He spoke his mind. And then the entire presenters fraternity gang against him. They didn't play his music. So he went down the drain. That is when I would say, he that is down has no fear, no fall.
Papa, are you saying Shatta Wale decide to, leave the music scene because he paid some amount of money for promotion's sake?
Listen,
wasn't done.
No, don't get me wrong. He didn't leave the music scene. He didn't leave the music scene. Look at comparing those days.
No, wait. Before you continue, I just want to clarify that let me say he decided to go into hibernation. you know, and it was because somebody cheated him. And when
Right.
he decided to talk about it,
Mhm.
the fraternity, that is some radio DJs presented
Of
gang
course.
against him.
Stop playing his music on air.
Is it wow?
And those days, if your music is not being played on air, it's not like these days when you finish your music, it's already on YouTube and Instagram. People are playing their stuff. Those days, if your music is not played on radio, trust me, nobody will
Yeah,
recognize
you
you.
go nowhere.
You go nowhere. So it was a kind of sabotage because the boy has spoken his mind. Unfortunately for him, he said it when some key members were around. So he was like, oh, okay, so you disrespecting this person. You can do the same thing to me. And years back, those 90s, we only have few radio stations like Radio Gold, Joy FM, Choice FM, Groove FM, that is FM now, FM. In Accra per se, we just have a few. Kumasi, we have like 3 or 4 over there. So it's not like these days where in all the radio stations will beg you for your music. You have to go in and lobby for your music to be played. And this guy spoke his mind. I'm not going to mention the person's name. Spoke his mind. Unfortunately for him, it was in the midst of some top hurricane radio presenters. So they gang against him. We are not going to play your music again. And trust me, it really hits the board.
Papa Sly, it's been years, probably like a decade and a half, and possibly more. Mentioning somebody's name will not harm anyone. We need to name and shame, because tomorrow, a young artist will suffer the same fate, and the person will, because we've heard Nyama Mensah, Shatta Wale saying that it is the industry that has made him become this monster that people think he is. He keeps repeating this particular phrase, but a lot of people really don't understand that you are making this revelation. I think you can mention the person's name so everybody will be careful. Name and shame.
Listen, again, I'm not going to mention anybody's name, but you see, I respect my people. It was a bad decision they took. That is why when the boy was coming back, he did not even rely on the radio presenters. When Shatta Wale was coming back, did you see him relying on the radio presenters? No.
Not at all.
He came with a different angle. And that is what started with this beef. I'm for someone person who promote you said you skinny cheese beefies. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That that gang of presenters, that gang against him, that is why made him he said or can be far presenters una he be at the board. He's talking from pain. Shatta talks from pain because how come that those days look Payola yenya ajibipe me papa's like Maji Payola Amanesi. Some of the music they bring to you to play on air. As I would tell to know, this is not airtime music. Who to me ball radio so. What I say?
Yeah.
Yes. He brought his first album and it was kind of like, the airtime wasn't that good enough. And he met this guy, and I think by then he has given this guy that those time American Samuel was around 99, 98, 99, 2000 before I around millennium.
Yeah.
No, it is Sikama present to be an aquagidi. Since I know this system, but those days, no one cheating. This guy has a dream. Was it?
Not ignoring.
There's all pushing me because you're bad, but In fact, what is only system no be but
no sound so at I hosted programs for Lavadi Beach and
David.
Sir. Okay.
Just say I mean can say obi ti say mini abeku Santana say ne obi kwa GT ni sisi a wogana. Na no o trend radio so masa. Sa airtime sa few 2 hours no betina air no. A boss will be here.
Now the program there is it was it hosting a mid-morning, afternoon drive?
It's a new drive, a mid-morning show.
Mid-morning. Mid-morning.
Masa mimbo bi edi o menu ades all. What is the obi the man but I'm saying this is he confronted this person in presence of other radio presenters. And as we all know, he is a fearless person. My name is Muja Ewani Amamu, but Shatta Wale is a fearless person. Unzrubia and found so what we titia. Udio Bumana Ubebu. But if you try to look down to him, that is the key point that people don't get it. If you try to look down to him, he will look down to you. And on he too big time because at the chen wa party into owner what dress white and on at the chen on who remwa or a senior citizen what the chim. That's the key. And you know when this presenters gang against him, and dropping the rates down, engineer said, Okoko build another, and it took him 10 years. 10 solid years. So when Bandana was coming back, he decided this time I'm not going to use the bandana. I have to reshuffle myself. And I'm not going to rely on the radio presenters. I am coming as my own and as a full vigor. And that's how he broke into their eyes. So he recognizing what I did for him. And even when he was down, I was still communicating with him sometimes on programs. Be a Unity PR, I'm a friend or oh Charlie, I told me, and with my gun side and his gun side, and we were easily kind of like connected. He used to live at Blue Lagoon. There's a place called Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, Blue Lagoon. Blue Lagoon. Thereabout.
Thank you. Shatta Wale used to live at that place. I used to go there, visiting, sit down, we'd talk, and you know, it wasn't easy for him. At one point, it wasn't easy for him. But who that God is blessed, nobody can guess. Who God blesses, nobody can guess.
Okay, so Papa Sly, a lot. Let me for those of you who do not know what exactly happened on stage on Saturday, I just want you to see what happened on stage, and this is exactly what happened on stage. So that is Shatta Wale on your left, pointing at Papa Sly, who has posed on your right, so you can see him. Yeah, he's posed over there, and he was expressing his, appreciation to. Let's see how the hood. So this is Shatta Wale and Papa Sly on stage. He spoke about what he has done for him, and he went down on his knees. He went down on his knees, and at that time, Papa Sly had to pull him up. So that is what happened on at the event held here in Columbus, Ohio. Papa.
Yeah. I mean, it was very emotional moment because he was even sharing tears on the stage when he went down his knees. And trust me, I'm not God. I'm just a human being. But for somebody to acknowledge the fact that he was nobody, and I believed in him, trusted in him, and gave him the platform, and he has gotten to where he is now. Sometimes,
yeah,
but believing in somebody and setting the pace for the person. And you're easy.
Papa's lie. I won't take much of your time. I'll just leave the conversation here.
But you see, the answer now will be correct. Let me say something.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm a little bit disappointed in media, Ghanaian media. Now I see why Shatta Wale.
Ghanaian media, as in the whole media fraternity, or a session of a cross section of it. Are you talking about radio presenters, TV presenters, bloggers? Which one are you referring to?
Radio, TV, bloggers, news, print news. Remember when Shatta Wale was arrested?
Yeah.
You see the Buhari that went on?
Yeah, because he's an influential person and he makes news.
The same energy now, I was expecting the media a pushy na yesi Shatta Wale na ye video no and on say why can't they use the same media when this guy has come out to say obi buan said you ahoma we and I'm sorry again you go see the why can't we do that? Just a Ghana no ye media ni nyina ya adwini ya say pull him down syndrome.
Papa, where is the pull him down syndrome? Watch this. Okay, an artist.
It's part of our DNA.
Let's not just, because I want to understand certain things. An artist who has said once upon a time, said, he succeeded on his own. Appreciates a personality on an event grounds.
Right.
Okay. And I've heard so many things. That's why I called you that let's have this conversation. I've heard so many things, and you want the media to carry it as they are mandated. Is it a mandatory something that they are supposed to do? Because I feel there are two influential people over here. Again, the media and their editors have the right as to what they want to cover. Because every media platform, I have, led a TV station before, radio, so I know every media platform have their audience, and sometimes they know the preference of their audience. So if you expect them to carry a story like this, it is not mandatory. It's a choice.
Thank you. It's a choice, which of course I agree with you. So do they choose the choice of broadcasting only the negative things that Shatta Wale will say?
Unfortunately, as part of the practice, news that has got to do, it depends. As long as it is something that has societal interest, every news station will love to go.
You see, that is what I'm saying, is that we are being hypocritical over here. In a sense, it's this boy, even though he has said it time and times and nobody helped him, but recognize, look, Ubi, I saw him inside the general stage, so Tamana mi nyubiano. The hono, thank him, put woman a man for whom is a prayer. If I say, Jesus Christ, a crown, crossing us on a no, kota ho. So we don't know how many amounts of this you are.
Yeah.
Jeto debia nipa ya dia osaye ya mo memfa ye yin ma no enye debia na else share the negative aspect of it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I kind of try to understand you, but I still stand on my grounds that editors have their choice of story they want to do, and they editors have a choice of their story they make, and they will be held responsible, to the story that they decide to do. So if an editor decides not to do your story, That is why I always tell people that immediately you become influential, get a communication team together, get a PR team, have a communication strategy. What Shatta Wale did with you on stage, if there is a communication team on your side or on Shatta Wale's side, you
No,
can
don't
decide
go,
to
go.
do a
It's not about
PR.
me.
Why? Because, no, I wish you let me finish. Why? Because this is not, a story that it's not a lot of people that would love to take interest in. Based on even his arrest, I know certain media houses who did not even cover his arrest by virtue of the community they said. Some of the radio stations that are, should I say, Christian radio stations that they play gospel music, were not covering the story. You get it. So every radio station and its market, every radio station and its mandate. So with this, Papa, I beg to differ on this one.
You beg to differ because you are part of them.
I am not part of people who are perceived to be selected. For me, you and I know this platform is for everyone.
Because, no, I'm not talking about you being selective, but the question is because you fall within that fraternity, you need to defend the whole scenario. All I'm saying
I am not defending. I'm just giving you the fundamentals, the basic fundamentals.
I know it. I know it. But my point
is, there. You have been there.
I'm still there. But what I'm saying is as much as the energy we give when Shatta Wale does something which is not right, please, let's give that same energy when he does something good. It is not only
for that, I agree with you 100%.
What in Amgano? Yeah, I'm not talking about what he did on with me on the show. And God in the heavens knows the guy's heart. But what I'm saying is as much as the energy we give when Shatta Wale says something or does something, the energy that we put on it and want the whole world to see it. If the boy does something which is good, mama emphasize energy na azunya day and shemu because you time.
Yeah. For that, I agree with you.
Look, after the show, you call after party na me meaning confessing them feel. Nigeria guy be home. Also, I want to meet Shatta Wale. I like the way this guy be bold. He start the attack when I'm musicians and stuff. Yeah, I want to see him. You see how somebody is seeing his negativity now. Mama, this is our own. All I'm saying is Yempeu, Shatta Wale is our own.
Absolutely, he's ours, and that's why we cherish him.
That's something good. Let us add that in energy near the video where I will show him, and we may boni paniding. DKB posted it on his page, and he says, "Let's see how many of the bloggers will push it up." Obi Ameye comment. Ameya Debra. Ameya Debra here comment via home. Ameya, my namesake. But the emphasis
what did he say? Because what did he say?
Go to DKB's page. Remember, go to DKB's page on Facebook. Go to DKB's page on Facebook and see what Ameya wrote over there. I don't know if Ameya has a problem with Shatta Wale or a problem there on one as one. But if we are seeing a one, Lumba can say, and pim time war, can anyone say day, and pim so day. Edo. But the man who see I mean, Casabi.
Well, let me say this. Shatta Wale has a style and his way of addressing issues. And I believe that it is working for him. If you try to be emotional about some of the things he does, because it is working for him. And I believe that, he's matured enough, to understand what he's doing and the repercussions looking at so far what he has even done, looking proud to 31st December. In some we, on this platform, we have said that he decided to take the bull by the horn and risk his own life, and at the end of the day, we saw what the police statement was. Proud to 31st night, prophecies and all those things. So Charles Niama Mensah is doing something good, but I think that it's up to, if you want to see it from the other side, you see it from the other side. If you want to, because everybody has got their own aim and reason for doing it. Because for him to have a reason to do something, that's the same way I believe some bloggers will also have a reason for taking a story. The only thing is, if you publish a false story about him, that is what I will say it is not right. You don't publish false stories about people. So for that, and let me put on record that the one thing you do not know is that Shatta Wale, Bulldog, and I organized an event for Shatta Wale when he was coming from Europe in his early days of Shatta Wale at the trade fair. A huge one. This one, Nana Isiama Hansen will tell you, and Nanado will also tell you what went into it. So Charlie Wale left you, and we know he's jovial, he's a fun-loving person. And it's if you've not gotten closer to him, sometimes you might not understand it. Yeah. For some of us who have got the opportunity to, be with him, dine with him, I tell you that this guy, sometimes I believe he was supposed to be a comedian, not a musician. Seriously.
He has that also in him. That's what I told you earlier. His bloodline. You see, I told him because
talking to Papa Sly, and it's all about this issue that has been, flowing when it comes to Columbus. I'm not for concept, I've received so many messages from Ghana and what happened. Well, this is what happened. So it wasn't something you say Papa Sly, all those. He has told you what actually happened and what went into it. So, Papa Sly, thank you for your time, and I really appreciate you. You've been, a senior brother. Anytime I call on you, you are always there. And actually, Mama so member abaso. Yes, as they say, Shatta Wale abaso. Timisi member abaso. Let me give you your flower once you leave. I say, yeah. So, senior.
That's I mean, flowers, mommy, I mean, that's the team going. Yet, mommy, who know them flowers,
very important. Very necessary.
That's it. And Moni Jumapa also keep up with the good job you're doing, and I'm hoping that the young folks coming up will also see what you've done and will also acknowledge you sometime to come.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been talking to Papa Sly. He's a radio and TV personality, and he's currently based in the state of Ohio, in the city of Columbus. And he's still a master of ceremony, one comic character when he holds the microphone. You just can't predict what he will say, but be rest assured that you're 32, the teeth, it will surely pop up at the end of the day. So, all right, so we are going to leave it here. Thank you. So it was a rare time that we had to go live. Very rare. Right? Something that we don't do it this time, but we had to do it because the issues were very important. Let me also remind you that on the April 10th at the Crown Plaza, North Wellington, there is going to be, Ghana is organizing the Wedding and Bridal Expo. Ghana is the organizer, and other internationals are participating. So that it is. That has been Hello Frank, and thank you so much for tuning in. All right, have a good morning, a good night, wherever you find yourself. Bye.